Made in Kazakhstan products will be available worldwide on the largest Chinese trading platform. Stay tuned to find out what opportunities can be taken on the e-commerce side and what Kazakh entrepreneurs focus on. American readers have the opportunity to enrich their cultural wealth of knowledge with some of the greatest works from the treasury of Kazakh literature. Abdijamil Nur-Peisov's novels are successfully published in New York. Abai challenge becomes popular worldwide. Mexico pledged its support on the challenge, dedicated to the 175th anniversary of the great poet. Member of Mexican Congress Sergio Mayer performed in Kazakh. President of Kazakhstan Kassym-Jomart Tokayev and Mayor of Nur-Sultan Altay Kulginov have held a meeting to discuss about the development of the capital city. President Tokayev was informed about the plans on housing, social facilities, as well as the plans on constructing athletic stadium and Kazakh drama theater. The president highlighted on the importance of providing social assistance and the necessity of continuous work on improving the quality of life of the population, assigned tasks for further intensive improvement of the city. A new bill involving the increase of state benefits for families with 8 or more children in Kazakhstan is planned to be introduced, said Minister of Labor and Social Protection Birjan Nurimbetov at a ministerial meeting. Families with 7 children will receive a fixed total amount of allowance of about 75,000 tenge from the state. Meanwhile, the largest family in Kazakhstan with 15 children will receive up to 160,000 tenge of the state benefits. The minister said that the new bill is being approved. The benefits will be accrued under the new standards from January 1st, regardless of how soon the amendments are adopted. Now families with 8 children will receive 85,000 tenge instead of 74,000 tenge. With 9 children, 96,000 tenge, and with 10 children, 106,000 tenge. Families with 15 children can receive 159,000 tenge. We will continue to add 10,600 tenge for each child. We believe that this is important. In regions, mothers who have 11 to 12 children are still receiving the amount of state benefits for 7 children. The Astana International Financial Center can become an efficient platform to introduce and implement the tools and mechanisms of green and Islamic financing. Analysts said that such opportunity will allow the attraction of significant investments flow in Central Asia region. On the other hand, the AIFC also expands opportunities for its members to enter the promising markets of Eurasia. It will be a win-win situation for every parties involved. Moreover, experts are confident that it will contribute to the regular functions of world financial centers as well as the provision of services in the most promising areas of international finance.
A good way to attract and influence the flow of foreign investments in Central Asia is by strengthening cooperation between the regional institutions and organizations. In that regard, the Astana International Financial Center could be a very valuable asset for the region. Furthermore, the countries of the region should continue their efforts to become more and more competitive and more attractive for foreign investments. Islamic banking is made to work in the real economy, on real projects. It is hardly surprising that more and more investors are attracted to the Islamic finance emphasis on real assets and greater certainty. On the matter of the green finance, investors are increasingly decisive.
100 Kazakhstan-based companies plan to enter foreign markets this year. The production for export-oriented goods has been organized. Made in Kazakhstan products will soon be available on Alibaba. Experts said that a separate Kazakhstan platform may be created on the website. These are the products that were made for Dimash Kudaibergen's Arnau tour to America. The collection includes hoodies and baseball caps. A local factory is ready to enter the Chinese market. It has gained some experience in exporting products as it has ventured into Russia. Moreover, the designers said that they have an advantage by collaborating with the team of world-famous singer Dimash Kudaibergen. They are working on launching a collection of branded clothes. As of now, the sale of the t-shirts is doing very well.
В основе футболок мы все-таки решили взять его фотографию для ярых фанатов.
We decided to print his picture on the t-shirts for his beloved fans, as well as the logo. There are lyrics to his famous songs printed on some of the 100 t-shirts. We decided to print the lyrics so that it can be a motivation for his fans worldwide.
Ну, что как бы тоже как-то мотивацией какой-то было для фанатов.
The factory can produce 2 million items per year, which includes home and hotel textiles, workwear, classic costumes, as well as knitwear for women and children.
Первое, с чего бы мы хотели начать, то это все-таки изделия более домашние.
We would like to start with exporting the household goods. Our plates are definitely the best in terms of quality. Then we would like to expand the export product to male and female clothes. This would be knitwear. In terms of our knitwear production, we also use camel hair that is produced in the west of our country.
В трикотажном производстве мы также используем верблюжью пряжу, которая у нас на западе нашей страны производится.
The selection of suppliers on the e-platform is very demanding. Only 50 Kazakhstan-based companies are selected out of 600 that wanted to trade worldwide on the platform. The selected suppliers received a special status, Gold Supplier, which means that their products have been tested in Kazakhstan and China.
Именно товаропроизводители казахстанские, которые
Microsite on Alibaba is being developed exactly for Kazakh manufacturers who received the status of Gold account. The website gives certain advantages to the sellers. This can be considered as a large coverage of their products. For example, if an importer wants to find flower on Alibaba platform, the Kazakh-made flowers will be displayed at the top search.
И казахстанский товар будет в топе высвечиваться.
Light industry products and agricultural products have received the gold status. The status was given after having confirmed the high quality of all the products. Turkmenistan plans to transport oil and oil products through Georgia to Europe at lower rates. An agreement was reached during a meeting between two railways companies from the countries. The parties identified and agreed on the permanent seasonal and transit rates that will allow the companies to compete in other major routes throughout the year. Kyrgyzstan and Bavaria have discussed issues on economic cooperation. Germany announced that its business delegation is planning to visit Kyrgyzstan in October 2020. The country also noted on organizing the first Bavaria Central Asia Economic Forum in Munich in May. Kyrgyz delegation has invited German entrepreneurs to take part in the EU Central Asia Economic Forum in summer 2020 in Kyrgyzstan. Russian Kyrgyz Development Fund plans to increase the amount of financing for entrepreneurship activities to $105 million in 2020. $15 million from the amount will be provided as a long-term loan to fund medium-sized businesses. The total value of application approvals since the fund was established has reached $379 million. 2/3 of the funds will be allocated to agriculture, manufacturing, and tourism. Uzbekistan is expecting that the single Silk Road visa in Central Asia will be introduced by the end of 2020. The country had earlier planned that the first stage of the project will include Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Azerbaijan. Uzbekistan's Deputy Prime Minister said that the countries are undergoing productive negotiations. The Asian version of the Shenzhen visa will be created to attract more foreign tourists. Uzbekistan plans to turn its airports into a transit hub. Experts said that the country is geographically located at a special transport zone. Airplanes can land in the country all year round due to its favorable climate. The country is offering airlines from Southeast Asia to use its airports as a transit hub. Experts believe that it will positively affect the airfares given that the flights will cost much cheaper compared to flights that fly via Istanbul and Dubai. These and other topics will be discussed next week at the first International Aviation Forum in Tashkent. Leading foreign aviation companies will take part in the event.
У нас есть планы, есть предложения по передачи на
We
управление.
have plans. There are proposals for the transfer of airport management to leading foreign companies. We plan to do this completely transparent based on tenders. During the forum, negotiations with a number of management companies will also be held. There are a number of proposals for creating joint airlines. I think these topics will be discussed at the forum.
Тоже найдут свое отражение вот в ходе форума.
Volunteering in Kazakhstan is taught in the university. A new class, Serving the Society, was introduced in Aktau State University. Last year, about 1,500 students were trained in this area, and they have developed their own social projects. The students took part in many events, such as The Future Without Barriers, From Heart to Heart, and Happy Childhood.
Қоғамда қайырымдылық идеяларды дәріптеу мақсатында азаматтардың және студенттердің бастамаларын
The Center for Public Activities was opened for the first time at the university in order to promote ideas of kindness in society, support citizens' initiatives, and popularize moral values in Kazakhstan. The center functions in 4 areas. The first is social, the second is environmental, and the third one is sports and medical, and the fourth is ethno-cultural. The last area started functioning this year.
одан кейін келсе этно-мәдени бағыт. Ең соңғы айтылған 4-ші бағытымыз осы жылы қосылған болады.
The Ministry of Education and Science has supported the initiative of the Aktau University by offering to introduce the center in all of the universities.
Оны жайдан жайға қарап емес, шетелдік университеттердің практикасына қараймыз.
We started this project based on international experience. Stanford University and several universities in Hong Kong train students in this area. They called it service to the community. We have exchanged experiences and introduced this subject as well.
2018 жылы осы қоғамға қызмет деген жаңа міндет пәнді енгізгенбіз.
Works by Kazakh classic writer Abdijamil Nur-Peisov have become available to the English-speaking public in 52 countries. The publishing house in New York issued his novels Blood and Sweat and Final Respects. The writer went to the United States 6 years ago to present his books and was remembered very warmly. The owner and head of the publishing house and a well-known political scientist, Ilya Levkov, has been publishing hundreds of books in various languages for 35 years. The Kazakhstan-born accepted the writer's work with enthusiasm.
Это такие фундаментальные книги для нации, о нации.
These are fundamental books for the nation and the man. This is a rare book because there are Scandinavian and Polish sagas, but there is no true story about us Kazakhs. This is a sophisticated work. Young people should know this story, study it, and reflect on it. Blood and Sweat is similar to the And Quiet Flows the Dawn.
Нужно это знать, изучить, размышлять. Кровь и пот – это своего рода вот Тихий Дон.
A professional and creative team of translators, editors, and illustrators worked on the publication of the novels, Blood and Sweat and Final Respects. Director General of the Altin Kiran Charity Foundation, Islamic Saljanov, contributed to the publication of these great works in America. Based on the American publishing house, such books should be placed in every library in the world. Mexico has pledged its support for the Abai challenge. Member of the Mexican Congress, Sergio Mayer Breton, performed one of Abai's songs in Kazakh language. He accepted the challenge from famous Kazakh actor Asilkhan Tolepov. Musical masterpieces of France, the country of love and romance, were staged at the main concert hall of the capital of Kazakhstan. An evening of French music, La Vie en Rose, was held in Nur-Sultan. Famous Kazakh performer Gulnar Koshenova allowed the audience to tune into the rhythm of Parisian beauty and grace. Famous hits from French musicals and films, as well as romances by Edith Piaf, Mireille Mathieu, Joey Dasin, Yves Montan, and Isabelle Geoffroy were performed by the talented artists to the accompaniment of the ethnic folk ensemble Astana Sazi. The legendary compositions were performed in a completely new interpretation, both in French and Kazakh. The artist said that the new innovation, coupled with the sound of Kazakh folk instruments, allows the audience to synthesize two completely different genres of musical art.
Идея концерта возникла давно. Я выступала с замечательным фольклорным
We came up with an idea of organizing the concert a long time ago. I performed with the wonderful folklore ensemble Sazgir Sazi. We toured abroad. Having the various tours, there was an idea to make a concert like this, but complementing it with instrumental music and Kazakh music in French musical compositions. Yerlan Sapiev helped me to realize this idea. It's our orchestra and arranger. There will be jazz standards and 2 Esmeralda arias. They will sound in Kazakh.